Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends. And in today's video, I want to talk about Chimera. But I want to talk about Chimera in relation to other things, especially Grim Forest, which, we've been all pummeling away at every single day. I'm actually I'm having a blast with Grim Forest. I actually really enjoy a lot of the mechanics in it. But it's come to make me realize that the time that I spend trying to improve my roster or my team to push further in Chimera has become largely obsolete, in my opinion. I think the rewards, and this is nothing new, right? This has been talked about by other people, but I think this has come to the forefront more because after looking at my forge and my relic materials compared to what I get from Chimera, it really feels like a massive mismatch. And so for me, I have personally stopped trying to build, for pushing Chimera trials and things like this. So I want to break down the rewards really on the different, and especially, the difference between, like, say, Brutal and Nightmare on Chimera, which is very hard for a lot of players, including myself, to break into. Meanwhile, I can go walk around in the Grim Forest and pick up some pretty good rewards, and I'm really happy about that. So we're gonna talk about both these things. Before we get started with the rest of the video, though, I do want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, what are you waiting for? Download using the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get Narma the Returned, recently reworked Knight's Revenant, and these three amazing epics, Allure, Tagore, and Ruella, at account levels 10, 20, and 30. Also, don't forget to use the promo code Demon Slayer within the first 48 hours of a brand new account to get Tholen Falbeard, amazing dwarf legendary DPS. Okay, so let's start. Let's just really quickly, anyways. I love Grim Forest, right? Like, it's a lot of fun. I'm still working my way through hard mode. I have lots of normal modes still left to do. I barely scratched this, honestly. I kind of did like 2 days of normal, which I'm level 7, and then I just decided to jump back to hard mode, which I'm at level 17. Still grinding away the levels, getting some stats. Picking and choosing what I want to fight. I have one of the crowns. I've unveiled a couple of the special bosses, I guess. One here, this guy, which I haven't done, and I think there was another one over here, right? Like, I don't know where they all are exactly, but I'm having fun exploring the map, beating nodes, getting rewards, and it's in some cases, picking up free stuff, right? These little chests that you get along the roads, which gives you a lot of relic materials among other things, and that's kind of why I was like, you know what? I looked at my forge and relic crafting. And so this is my entire, no, sorry, ignore the blue and the purple. Maybe I've had a couple of purple Chimera relics, but by and large, this is it on the front of the legendary and mythicals in the almost 1 year that been playing this game. Now, Chimera has been out for about a year. It's my understanding that it came out basically just before I started playing. So, was it not this time last year or so, maybe November, when Chimera came out? So it's not been a super long time, but the rewards just seem paltry in comparison to Grim Forest, right? So my head's in the way. Let me close this down here. But behind me, you can see that this is my Grim Forest. I haven't done any crafting yet, but this is my Grim Forest rewards in like 2 weeks. No, it's not. Sorry, it's not even been like 1 week. How long it's been for Grim Forest? And I already have 9 mythical, which is because I have lots of nodes to clear still, but like 9 mythical of these, and then like 22 of the legendary ones here, right? So, and 109 epics and 184 of blue rare relic materials, a lot faster than I'm getting on weekly Chimera, which is not very good because you have to do a lot of things in order to get these materials, and it's not easy by any means. So I want to talk about this and maybe what they could do, but I'm sure that people have given feedback on Chimera, and I'm just going to be another one of these people who I'm going to be giving feedback on Chimera and why once you get Empress. So the main part about Chimera rewards is basically, like, even at the low level, some of my clan members are doing this still, easy, normal mode, etc. Making sure that you get the last chest that you can get. What should be Empress here in the chest, right? And everything that you can get in here by and large can be obtained in Grim Forest or in other places now. And I guess this stuff is still important. The Star Stones to upgrade your relics, but doing the trials is really what is quote unquote more important than actually getting the score. So once you're post Empress like I am, then you kind of need to push up into Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, and you're doing this for and we haven't even we've cleared Brutal, we can do Nightmare, but we haven't even cleared Nightmare. Like a lot of us, we're just not even trying that much in this alliance. We just do I do my two keys on Brutal and Hard and then call it a day. I get my last chest and I get like some of this stuff, right? I get some blue and I get some purple. I get some clan gold and I get some chances at some circular gemstones. And then if we do particularly well in Clash, sometimes, you'll get, I don't know, some other gemstones, right? Some other random gemstones, which are important. They're pretty rare, but I mean, they're pretty useful still. So trying to do Clash is somewhat important, not as much as Hydra. But what I want to point out though is just by doing, and I think if I click on this, you can kind of take a look at the trials. Now, I just wanted to start off here in Brutal, anyways. So my team is not particularly aimed towards completing trials. I'm doing it more for damage. I do end up getting about 8 trials completed, and it gives me a variety of different rewards, though. But you can see here on Brutal mode, basically the kind of rewards that you can get. You can get some purples, you get a 2-star basalt here. This is Ram. Some more blues, blue and purple. This one's okay on shit, wolf. I forget the name of lion. Sorry, I forgot which animal it was. And then there's some circular gemstones here, some more blue and purple. This one has like legendary at the very end here. If you can happen to do all 3 of these, but I mean it's not easy to do this, right? Damage the Chimera using reflect damage buffs or pain link debuffs. Like this is not easy by the stretch of an imagination. So most of Brutal is kind of crappy, and then we go up to Nightmare and things do improve a little bit, but it gets increasingly harder to complete these trials because the stat increases between if you go to the Hell Hades stage tool and you go from Brutal Chimera, who's 250, but the stat jumps between Brutal and Nightmare are very stark. So I can't even clear the last chest just for shits and giggles. I can't clear the 84 million damage on the Grandmaster chest with this team. Maybe I clearly need a better team, but it's a huge jump. Whereas I'm actually using pretty much this team, and I am using this to clear Nightmare in Hydra and getting way better rewards. So for that reason, it just feels like there's an absolute mismatch on the reward side of things. But let's just take a look again at the Chimera trials on Nightmare. So you do get a 3-star Basalt, and this is where these things kind of matter more. It matters more about the trials than really it does about your damage, because when you're post Empress, the chest rewards aren't really that big of a deal. It's more about like, can you pick up any of these good trial rewards? You get the 3-star Basalt here on if you clear the second trial 1 on Ram. There is some legendary, again, some okay rewards here. You get, if you can do all 3 of these on Ram on trial 3, then you can get 3 mythical. But that's what I mean, like 3. Maybe it's better in Ultra Nightmare, but boy, the actual the requirements to get here is very tough. Whereas I can like go and use my same roster in Grim Forest, walk around and do a bit of stuff for far less work. Because I heard that to do a lot of these trials, you have to play it on manual basically, because you have to be very particular about when you're using your skills and at a certain moment to make sure that you get it in, this kind of stuff, to clear them and get onto the next one in the right amount of time, right? And so even still here, blue and purple materials, it's not super amazing. Completely blue materials in Nightmare, purple and some red. But again, this is this Viper? No, it's not. It's still in Lion, but I mean, still to be able to clear these again, we saw this I think in the Brutal one as well with reflect damage and pain link. It's not particularly easy to clear. Viper, which is arguably the hardest in my opinion form, because in terms of the requirements for making sure that you're not getting your ass kicked by the negative status effects and stuff like that when they steal your buffs, it's tough. More blue, purple, and orange Oculus. Blue and purple like you get my point. Like to get to any of the good stuff, which would be legendary and mythical relic materials, is just an absolute mismatch, right? And it's not that fun either. Building a team for this to get to those particular trials is very challenging. And so the total amount of rewards I think that you get from the trials are lackluster. You do get the clash points, like I said, that's going to go towards the chess. But even like the first place chess at 3.2 billion, which I can't get, gives you like a 3-star basalt. We're kind of at the point where we should be getting 4-star basals more regularly for doing this kind of content. Um, the rarities, the chance to drop these kind of gemstones, like I can count on one hand how many legendary and mythical gemstones I even own. I probably only have the mythical. I don't even think I have a mythical gemstone. In fact, some of my best gear, which I got through the, getting all the champions from a patch, from a special update. Like I have the wand of submission with some like legendary ones that I think I got for free. Where's my Ferric and the Fat? I might need to move this one, but the Skull of Treason, no, that was also, this is from Chaos Awakes. These are some gemstones that I got for that. And then my Zibia's Servitude, which I got from the TMNT. And again, it was just like some, good gemstones, but I mean, these were the ones I got for free. Anyways, my point is I actually don't have any mythical gemstones. But I have a feeling that I might get it a little bit quicker by making sure that I clear Grim Forest, every month, right? Like when I scrolled it up there, you can see it. Like eventually I'm gonna get more of this, and it's more fun to do. So I guess for me, Grim Forest has kind of exposed more cracks about the shitty rewards that comes from Chimera, and why beyond just doing my auto for my chest for brutal and hard to help my alliance and or my clan to get Embrest, more quicker, things like this. I don't really care too much about Chimera. I don't place a lot of priority on this right now. I mean, I think that they really need to buff the rewards because it just doesn't feel very good. I have a lot of fun doing even the first week of Grim Forest. I can't believe it's only been a week. It's less than a week, actually. I believe it was 4 weeks, right? Or 30 days, maybe. Maybe it's been about a week now, but I'm having a lot more fun just doing my daily kind of running around, clearing nodes, doing missions on Grim Forest. Then even if it takes a little bit more time, I'm enjoying this a lot more than Chimera. And I think they really need to have a look in the new year, or just let us sim it for those of us who don't care about the trials, because it takes me like anywhere from 40. I'm not even joking. I mean, maybe it's just my team, but it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to auto Chimera. I'm literally sitting here with my computer just on the side autoing this, letting it run, or I go and take my dog for a walk, and then I come back and hope that it's done. I understand that I have a pretty cracked team with like Senna and Donnie, and this creates a lot of turn meter and a lot of a lot of extra turns, and then the slowness of the turtles assisting. So this does take a while. But just give me a sim button, please, like in 2026, because if they're not going to update this or change anything, then at least let me be able to do this a little bit quicker every week. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments down below, both in regards to Chimera and how much effort you put into this beyond, say, maybe your post Empress, let me know. But aside from those shards, I really don't think that it's a huge deal. Obviously, get your clan gold, get some of the resources, but beyond that, I just don't care that much. Grim Forest has my attention a lot more, and I'm picking up more rewards faster than ever before than I would by putting that effort into Chimera. That's where I'll end things. Before I go, I want to remind people that if you haven't started playing Raid yet, get out from under that rock. Download using the QR code in the top right or in the link below to get an Arm of the Returned, recently reworked of Knights Revenant, and these 3 amazing epics, Allure, Tagore, and Ruella at accounts level 10, 20, and 30. And don't forget Tholan Falbeard of the Door faction, amazing legendary DPS. Use the promo code Demon Slayer within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. That's it for me, everybody, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.